Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. How is everyone doing? Today we're back again with me, Nesha.
And me, Bila. Moving right along, today's newest news we'll be talking about is anti-feminist vandals in Israel deface image of women.
Rather than taking a long time,
let us start with the news. The joyful Glenn and Peggy Pernes, eyes so sharp it can be seen from the walls of Jerusalem's bustling old city, posted across the street to the gateway of City Hall. Twin image of the Holocaust survivor and activist gaze out at the ancient world of holy monuments, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. But just outside the center of spirituality, someone saw her image as a problem. 5 times since the photos of Pernes were posted as part of an exhibition that began in April, vandals widely believed to be ultra-Orthodox extremists spray-painted over her eyes and mouth.
Hollander said his picture typically chose it among dozens of other posts around the complex to hang in a marquee spot because it projects vitally, perseverance, and survival across one of Israel's most famous expanse. Its central location makes it visible to thousands every day. The vandalism is widely blamed on the small number of average members of the insular ultra-Orthodox community, which emphasizes mostly among women and has traditionally carried outside influence in Israel politics.
The photo is posted next to a street that borders an ultra-Orthodox neighborhood and is a popular walkway to the old city's western wall, the holiest Jewish prayer site.
The patterns in especially uncomfortable now. This is not Kabul, this is Jerusalem. This is a concerted campaign by radical to erase women from the public space, which belongs to all of us.
The double photo of 94-year-old Pernes, who lives in Germany, is posted on an outside wall of Jerusalem City Hall complex.
The graffiti was cleaned each time, leaving Pernes smiling again. For many Israelis, however, the short-term fix highlight familiar patterns that are the more painful because the destruction is coming not from enemies across Israel border but from within. It is not Semitic. This is anti-feminist.
For all of its modernity, military firepower, and high-tech know-how, Israel has for decades been unable to keep image of women from being defaced in some public spaces, including billboards showing women, including soccer players, musicians, and young girls, have been repeatedly defaced and torn down by religious extremists in Jerusalem and other cities with large Orthodox populations over the past 20 years.
Even German Chancellor Angela Merkel was erased from a 2050 photograph of world leaders in Paris published by an ultra-Orthodox newspaper.
Ultra-Orthodox Jews make up about 12.6% of Israel's population of 9.3 million. That community's population is growing faster than according to the Israel's Democracy Institute, a non-participant Jerusalem think tank. A majority of Jerusalem's Jewish community is ultra-Orthodox, the institute said.
There is a difference, one expert condition, between the more pragmatic mainstream ultra-Orthodox Judaism and the vandals defacing photos of women. In the mainstream, they know that the world outside is functioning in a different way, and they know that in some situations they need to cooperate with that. In the mainstream Orthodox community, some women have begun to push back on social media. The men aren't in charge of that. It was straight out discrimination. I was thinking I want to sue them, but number one, who has the time? And number two, you don't want to be that person.
The men aren't in charge there, said Carrie Barkon, 46, an ultra-Orthodox chiropractor and a performer who a few years ago started posting YouTube videos of herself singing children's songs. Recently, she tried to publish an ad, a local circular, with her photo on it and was refused.
Advocates say erasing women carries their societal risks.
The Israel Religious Action Center, which is connected to the liberal reform movement of Judaism, has tracked the vandalism and other attacks on women's image for 5 years and filed a court petition to compel the city of Jerusalem to crack down. Over time, the municipality has responded by saying it is engaged in massive, defective focused enforcement of city bulwarks against vandalism, but it acknowledged difficulty in collecting testimony and prosecuting suspects.
The Jerusalem municipality will continue to condemn any damage to public image and those with the problems if appraised on the spot, the city said in the statement. Police say they investigate all complaints of vandalism and property damage and try to find those responsible, but had no information about the Parnas case. The state sponsored this practice. We keep getting this impression that they keep making excuses.
From a shortage of labor to even more limits due to coronavirus pandemic. The municipality said the Parnas photos have been restored and has increased patrols around City Hall.
Parnas's Karen Arpelet, who lives in Israel, says Parnas has been told what happened. After her photos were cleaned for a third time, Pula traveled to Jerusalem to take a photo to send to her aunt. You don't see women. You don't hear their needs and their needs are not met. Kids Jaskal recently launched a subscription on the photo bank of what she calls positive image of Orthodox women called Kokman Nasim or Woman's Wisdom. The idea is to sell images of women that are acceptable to an Orthodox audience and better understood by people in general. None of the initiative has halted the constant heavy vandalism.
By the time Pelt got there, however, the said photos have been defaced again. She helped it clean it herself. They paint over your picture time and time because you are a woman. Pelt wrote down to her own in an article published in Hertz, a beautiful, strong, confident 94-year-old woman.
Associated Press Twitter Ilan Benzion contribute. And this is the news today. See you on the next news.